So how can we increase our confidence while speaking English?
One by one.
Like,
How can we do what?
like how can I increase my confidence? Like I hesitate a lot while when I try to speak English. So how I like improve my confidence?
How can I improve my confidence? I hesitate.
Yep.
Hesitation is obviously very common. Everybody hesitates. Everybody has fears. Fear is the primary reason why we don't speak English, why we hesitate. And what is the fear in language learning? That fear is making mistakes. Mm, you know, there are only, I think, three fears that we are born with. I mean, when we are kids, what happens? A sharp sound frightens us. Any sharp sound frightens us. We have the fear of falling down. We have the fear of shouting. But then we have other fears, for example, fear not being able to do something, or fear not to speak language, or fear, for example, or having lack of confidence. All these things we learn from our society, from our parents, from everywhere we are born. You can never build a confidence until you do what you want to do, okay, that fears you. That's the only way you can build your confidence. I mean, you're going through a graveyard, for example, for the first time in your life at about 12 o'clock at night. You are afraid, you're frightened. But if you are doing this every day, maybe beyond the graveyard, there is a factory area and you are always working there, and you finish your job about 1 o'clock and you have to walk through the graveyard. And there are people who do that. They walk through the graveyard at 11 o'clock, at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock at night, and they are never afraid. But there are some people who obviously become afraid. Why? Because they have been doing it. They have been doing it because something that you are afraid of, if you do this, you become confident. But because we are afraid of making mistakes, because we are afraid that somebody would be laughing at me, because we think that uh, maybe, for example, if I make mistakes, what the other people would say, that's why we lose confidence. In language, people do make mistakes. Making mistakes is natural. People can make mistakes. So, whatever you want to do, in order to build confidence, you need to start acting, start the action. Okay? And even acting, take yourself as a very good speaker of English. And if you can't find somebody, speak to yourself, talk to yourself. But normally we don't do that. We just think about the fear, we think about we don't have confidence. How can you improve the confidence? I mean, I don't have the confidence to swim in the river because I don't know how to swim. Okay. And if I keep on thinking about it throughout my life, I will never be a swimmer. But if I jump into the water and if I start, plowing with my hands, then I will develop the confidence. Yes, I can do it. And once I have this feeling, then obviously I will develop confidence. And if I don't jump into the river, and if I'm at the bank of the river thinking that the water is cold, thinking that maybe I drown in the water, or thinking, for example, there's nobody to help me, then obviously you can't build the confidence. You have the coach behind you, okay, because you have come to learn to swim. You have a coach behind you and you jump, or maybe the coach pushes you into the water. And once you start working with your hands and your legs, you start developing the confidence. Without doing, there's no confidence. Without doing, confidence is not in vacuum. It doesn't come automatically. रात को सोए सुबह उठे कॉन्फिडेंट हो गए, ऐसा नहीं होता. जो भी जिससे हमें डर लगता है हमें उसको करना है, वो करते हैं तो हमारे अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस पैदा होता है. अगर हम उसको नहीं करते तो हमारे अंदर सारी जिंदगी कॉन्फिडेंस पैदा नहीं होता. जिससे भी हम डरते हैं, कोई भी चीज हो सकती है. आइट से हम डरते हैं तो खुद ब खुद आइट्स का कॉन्फिडेंस पैदा हो जाएगा? नहीं. जिससे हम डरते हैं उसको हमें बार बार करना है तो हमारे अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस पैदा होता है, वरना नहीं होता. इसके अलावा दुनिया में कोई तरीके का नहीं. मतलब आप गूगल पे जाएं, दी हाउ टू डेवलप कॉन्फिडेंस, वो कहेंगे ये करो ये करो ये करो ये करो ये करो, सब कुछ करो या उनमें से कुछ भी ना करो, लेकिन एक काम जरूर करो कि जिससे डरते हो उसको करो। जब आप उसको करोगे तो कॉन्फिडेंस मिल जाएगा।